The room was discovered already sealed. No signs of forced entry. No record of construction. No mention in the building's original plans. Yet it existed. The door was found behind a maintenance wall on level 3, painted the same color as the corridor. No handle. No signage. Only a number written directly onto the metal surface. 41. The number was not engraved. It was not painted. It appeared scratched and unevenly, as if written in a hurry. Security footage confirms the door had not been there the day before. This is where the file begins. Initial access attempt occurred at 2:17 a.m. 3 staff members present, 1 supervisor. Thermal scans showed empty space behind the wall. No electrical lines, no ventilation, no structural cavity large enough to contain a room. This the wall sounded hollow. When the panel was removed, the door was already unlocked. No keyhole detected. The door opened inward. The room inside measured approximately 4 by 5 meters. Concrete floor. Concrete ceiling. No windows. No visible light source. Yet the room was illuminated. Light level consistent. No flicker. No shadow movement. Air inside was cold, 6 degrees lower than surrounding corridors. Audio recordings captured a low ambient hum. Frequency did not match electrical interference. The sound did not originate from any single point. It came from the room itself. Inside the room, 1 chair. Metal. Bolted to the floor. 1 table. Wooden. Surface scratched beyond recognition. No dust accumulation, no footprints, no signs of long-term abandonment. The room looked unused, but not empty. On the far wall, a sentence was written in black marker. It read, "This room is not unused." Handwriting analysis could not match it to any known staff. Ink analysis showed the marker ink was less than 24 hours old. The building had been evacuated for over a week. At 2:41 a.m., surveillance cameras began malfunctioning. Only cameras covering the corridor outside room 41. Static interference. Frame skipping. Time code. Desynchronization. Internal cameras placed inside the room functioned normally. Reviewing the footage revealed something unexpected. The room was not always the same size. Measurements taken from camera perspective showed subtle spatial variation. Walls shifting by centimeters between frames. Not collapsing, not expanding. Adjusting. At 3:02 a.m., the first anomaly occurred. The chair moved. No personnel were inside the room. The movement was minimal. 3 centimeters to the left. No vibration detected in the building. No airflow sufficient to cause displacement. The chair did not scrape the floor. It lifted and set itself back down. By 3:19 a.m., the ambient sound increased. Staff described it as pressure. Not loud. Not painful. But present. One technician reported the sensation of being observed. Not from a direction. From the room itself. At 3:27 a.m., writing appeared on the table. No visible hand. No camera obstruction. Letters formed slowly. Deliberately. The message read, "You are late." No timestamp could explain when the message was written. The footage showed the table surface blank 1 frame, and written on the next, "Personnel attempted to exit the corridor. Access doors failed to respond." Emergency lighting remained functional. Clocks in the area began running out of sync. Differences ranged from seconds to several minutes. Room 41 cameras showed no time distortion, only the corridor. At 3:44 a.m., a second chair appeared. It was identical to the first. Bolted to the floor. No installation footage exists. The bolts were embedded into the concrete as if poured that way. The supervisor ordered full evacuation at 3:51 a.m. as staff retreated. One technician stopped. He later stated that he heard his name, not spoken, written on the wall inside the room. His name was spelled correctly, including the middle initial. He had never worked in that building before that week. At 4:06 a.m., Room 41 changed. The lighting dimmed slightly. The room's dimensions stabilized. The ambient sound ceased. The wall text disappeared. The chairs remained. Only one message was left behind, written on the door from the inside. File closed. When daylight crews arrived, Room 41 was gone. The maintenance wall was intact. No door, no number, no signs of alteration. All internal recordings from inside the room remain. They show a room that no longer exists. The building remains operational. No further anomalies reported. However, maintenance logs show repeated attempts to schedule inspections for a room that is not listed in the system. The requests are automatically generated, always at 2:17 a.m. Always labeled Room 41. Archive note: this file remains open. The room is not unused. It is waiting. End of file 41.